Hi. Thanks so much for speaking with me today, Maggie.
Thank you for having me, Jules. It feels so fun to say that.
Yeah, I feel like it was fated.
It was fated.
So what are you up to here at C2E2 and beyond?
Well, C2E2 and beyond. Well, first off, I'm so happy to be here. C2E2 is such an amazing show, and this is my first time here. And we're, my favorite thing about conventions in general is this kind of up close and personal experience we get to have with fans of the show and all the people here. It is really a special and very moving experience. I have felt that since the very first con I did. So I'm mostly excited about that, just because I love talking to everybody and I love hearing everybody's stories. But we're also so we'll be on the floor a lot today. And then tonight, we're doing a live taping of the Psychologists are in, which is a Rewatch podcast I do with Tim Amundsen, who's not here. Mm-hmm. Timothy Amundsen. Congratulations, Tim. He got a recurring on Paradise, which is on Hulu, and so exciting. And so he was shooting today and couldn't be here. But we have a Rewatch podcast of Psych that we do together, and we've been live touring. Last year, I think we did 10 or 11 shows, and it's very exciting. This is our first one of this year, so this is our first show of 25. I'm just so sad he's not here. So Kirsten Nelson and Kurt Fuller from the show are joining, and we're going to have a special tribute because the way where we are in the podcast is we're up to the finale, which I obviously cannot do without Tim. So we're going to do a little bit of a tribute and a wrap up. We started the podcast years ago with everyone talking about their origin stories and how, like, where they were in their lives and when Psych came to them. So now we're going to do the version of like how we were changed and the people we were as it ended and what we were sort of moving on to, and just our mindset and how we were changed from this like incredible era and experience that we got to have. So excited about that, and I'm excited Kurt and Kirsten were like game. They were so down. They were like, oh my God. Kurt was like, before even Tim had to cancel, he was like, can I be the guest? So that's great. And then as far as me, I have like 2 other podcasts. One I just launched that is like my heart and soul. It's called Unconditional, and it's all about our kind of deep, profound, transformative, unconditional loving relationships that we have with our pets. So it's been really moving. I have found that in my life, when I talk to people or when we talk about pets, it often leads to much deeper conversations about life and love and loss and everything in between, because I feel like they put us in a space, like our hearts in a space that only that kind of like love can do. Right. And when we speak from that space, it's a different conversation, and it's so beautiful, it's so healing. I really do believe that kind of love can not only change each of us in our lives individually, but also the world. Like, I just think that's like a ripple effect, and it's just been the most wonderful, fun, deep, beautiful experience. I've been talking to some of my friends. I've talked to a lot of celebrities, but I'm also like bringing in experts that are in the field of, human-animal interaction and healing. Oh, cool. So like all the studies that are being done right now around like how they calm our nervous systems, like the physiological impact of like being with an animal, or from horses to birds to obviously dogs, cats, and our I'll say normal, like, the usual pets you sort of hear about, but like there's so much happening in this space, and I feel like the conversation around pets has shifted into more of this versus like pets are cute and here are fun pet tips and tricks and behaviors, whatever. So that's the other thing I'm doing. And then I just finished a movie as well.
Congrats.
Thank you. And I can't talk about it because it's not been officially announced, but I can say it'll be out in June on Lifetime. It was a really unique experience and a different role for me. So I don't know. I hope it turns out okay. But yeah, I just wrapped that like a couple weeks ago. So, and then leaving here tonight. Oh my God, I'm still I mean, is this okay?
All good.
Okay. And then we're all leaving tonight from here. I'm so glad this worked out, actually, that we could be in we could be in Chicago for C2E2 and make it to Psych Con. So Psych Con is in Philly this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Actually, the kickoff is tonight, which we're going to land just at the end of that. But we're doing our very own psych-centric Psych Con for Psych. It'll be our second one. The one we did last year was actually in Chicago. And then this one will be in Philly, and we hope to do many more. So
For sure.
So excited. It's like the most fun, fan-centric. I always say like our Psych family is truly a family, but like the psychos, as they call themselves, that's not my name for them, but they call themselves this. They're like the reason we're still here. They were such a part of the experience of Psych for us at the time. Like social media was just becoming Twitter. Instagram was even later. It was like Facebook, Twitter, mostly Twitter, honestly, that was the most interactive. So we got to very early days have this interaction with the psychos. So many of them we have known, like they're OGs we have known from like the first days we're still getting to see. Like we've all grown up together in a lot of ways. So I always say they're our extended family. So I'm calling Psych Con this weekend an extended family reunion.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty great.
You know, speaking of Psych, like Maggie, you seem to be cast frequently as like a detective or a sleuth. So you're kind of like professionally curious.
Yes.
What do you think this says about you in getting these kinds of roles?
I mean, I don't know. I think it takes it. That's very funny. And I didn't think about that, but that is actually true. And I am a lot like this in real life. I don't know. I mean, look, I'm a curious person. I mean, one of the reasons I have podcasts is I like to ask a lot of questions. I like to do a lot of digging, and I do think most people would say, like even of the Psych cast and of my friends, like if there had to be a detective in the group, like who would it be, or a psychic or like something like that. I don't want to be like, oh my God, I have this great skill. But I do think I naturally have just like an annoying curiosity about things. So like I will have to tell people, like in relationships, I've had like been told like, I feel like you're interrogating me. And I'm like, no, I'm just curious.
I just want to know.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
And I love that. I'm like, I'm open. And also like, there's so much I don't know. Like I feel like I know nothing. So when somebody comes in and it's like, oh, what do you do? I do this. Well, what's that? How is that?
Yeah.
How did you get into that? Where do you come from? Like, what do you love? Like, I don't know. So maybe that's where some of that naturally comes from. Like if I read a scene or a part like that, it sort of is like, oh yeah, okay. I know this person.
Right, like she gets me.
She gets me. Yeah, that's so funny.
So I am familiar with a lot of your Hallmark work as well. And if you could produce a Hallmark movie with one of your Psych castmates, who would it be and what would it be about? Oh,
how fun. Oh my gosh. I would probably do something truly sister related with Kirsten. She is such a like we could have like a big sis, little sis. Well, never mind. I can't tell that story. I was gonna tell a terrible story about like, what was this thing? Something just came out where they were like, I'm going to vet people for you before you date them.
Oh yeah.
What was that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh my God, I just watched this. It wasn't Dying for Sex. It was a show like, oh my God, it just came out. Anyway, I would probably do something because I trust Kirsten's taste in people more than anything. So if it's gonna have like a romantic theme or whatever, I'd probably be like, before, like you all have to go through her before, yes. Or I would say do something with, animals. So who would that be? Probably James, honestly, because where we like have an animal rescue or something like that, because we're both such animal people. But yeah, I don't know why I immediately thought Kirsten, and because I just did this one called Sugar Plums with Janelle Parrish, and it was really fun because as much as I love all of the romantic formats, I love that this one was about, you know, friendship and magic and like, you know, two female leads. It just felt, I was really excited about that. Doing this, I mean, I love that movie, and Janelle's one of my favorite people. So I immediately go to Kirsten because I feel like we would have so much fun. Or Jasmine. Actually, that's what I would do. I would cast me, Jasmine, and Kirsten.
Perfect.
Yes, and we would all have to vet who the other one, if it's romantic, who the other one is dating. Or maybe we do something completely unrelated. But no, I would do something with like the three of us, maybe where it's just the three of us and actually no men. You know?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.